Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Me, Ryan118, here for the first match review of the 2017-18 season. Just before we get into it, I want to clarify, next week there will be no match preview, no match review or match vlog for the Linfield second leg match. I'm on holiday, so if you're sitting complaining or writing in the comments all week, where are you at the game? No, I won't be there, I won't see the game, so you keep me updated or something, I don't know, I'll come back and see what happened. Anyway, talking about today's match, just finished literally about 5 minutes ago. And I thought I'd come up and start my review to now, get it out of the way. I believe the first place to start off with, we don't start with the score, we don't start with the performance. I think the first thing to talk about is the quality of refereeing in the match. The referee's performance, the officials' performance altogether, every single one of them, absolutely appalling. One of the worst games I've ever seen for refereeing standards in quite a while, and I live in a country where our refereeing is appalling. Where we've got referees such as Craig Thompson, that other one, the Baldy one, and Bobby Madden. Who's the other one called again? The wee one, can't remember his name. All shite referees, but this takes the biscuit. Absolutely appalling standard of refereeing today in the match against Linfield. 3 instances come to my mind throughout the game that I picked up on, that everyone picked up on. You can't miss it really. The first one is not so major as the next two. But the fact Scott Brown got booked for what was, I thought, a bit light, right? I mean, he did go in with an elbow, but the stuff they were getting away with, compared to what Scott Brown done, I don't think it merited a yellow card. As I said, that's one of the small ones. Just me, I don't think it deserved a yellow. I think people would have got away with a lot worse. Considering the second incident we're going to talk about, the fact that Stuart Armstrong nearly suffered a broken ankle in the first competitive game of our season, and yet the cunt who went in with a slide tackle right to his ankles doesn't get a booting, but Stuart Armstrong gets a booting for standing up and putting his arms out towards the guy, for retaliating. He gets a yellow card for retaliating when someone who's just came close to snapping someone's ankles, and no card's given. So that's why I'm complaining. I could accept the Scott Brown yellow card up until the 90th minute there, where he was not given a yellow card for nearly breaking Stuart Armstrong's ankles. Absolutely appalling decision from the referee. The fact that Armstrong got one for standing up with his arms out. And finally, the incident that everyone's talking about on Twitter, and it should be talked about because it's absolutely appalling, the fact Lee Griffiths is given a yellow card for having a bucky bottle thrown at him. Just, you know, coins, bucky bottles, anything else. It was nice to see the people of Belfast donating their gyros to Lee Griffiths, but I'm sure he didn't want it. And the bottle of bucky, you know, he goes to show the referee, and what does he get given back? A yellow card for, let's just presume, time wasting. An absolute shocking yellow card to brandish someone. A yellow card for absolutely nothing. What you meant to do? You meant to stand and take the bottle to the head. A questionable decision from the referee, to say the least. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, obviously, you couldn't easily go out there and say the yellow card should be retracted, but it's a yellow card at the end of the day. There's no point to going all that bother. I think what we have to do is just take it, move on, and go to the second leg. Because the fact is, with this 2-0 win, it's tie over, surely. I don't want to jinx things, but of course we're going to go to Parkhead and we're not going to lose by more than 2 goals. I would be even surprised if we conceded. Tonight I would say the first half performance was extremely better than the second half. First half I thought we played really well, and as I said in the match preview, we had to get that early goal, and we got an early goal. We got an early 2 goals, 2-0 up by the 22nd minute, and by that point I was thinking, right, I think we can go further here. But Linfield did do quite a good job at keeping their shape together and defending, and it was what I expected. As I said, they'd have 10 men behind the ball, there was no doubt about that, and it just got difficult for us to break them down. Second half, we just got extremely wasteful at points. We were playing good football. I'm not saying we were bad, but I think we were just shooting from anywhere at points, and it was quite frustrating at the end of the, but at the end of the day, we got the result we needed. I thought a lot of shots were unnecessary, but we got our 2 goals, and the goalkeeper for Linfield, hats off to him. He kept it from being 4 or 5. I think if it was someone else in goals, it could have potentially been a different scoreline. He made a few good saves to keep Linfield from just being embarrassed, to be honest. But a few good individual performances to talk about. I thought Kieran Tierney, I thought he was brilliant today. He was just up and down the left-hand side like nobody's business, as he usually does. He was getting the balls in. He's such a, for being not the biggest guy in the park, he's great with his physicality. He's hard to get off the ball, and you see it all the time. He's persistent, he's tough. It takes a lot to get him off the ball. I thought he was great today, and there was a few other players, you know, who done quite well, I thought. But I think Kieran Tierney is the one that stood out for me today. I don't know about you, but for me, it was nice to see Moussa Dembele come back from injury and get his first. Well, he had a little look in, I think, towards the end of last season. But he came on, and to be honest, he had a couple of moments getting by defenders and such, which looked quite good. Looks as though he's not lost anything. Looks as though he's not been affected too much by the injury, which is good because you never want that to happen. But overall, a strong performance. Not much of a match review, I suppose, because there's not much to review. We went there and we got the result we needed, going up against a tough defensive side. Well, not tough defensive side, but you know, it's always, no matter who you're playing, it's always hard to break down 10 men behind the ball. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You can be playing Cowden Beef, you can be playing Barcelona. It's always hard to get by 10 men behind the ball. It takes away a lot of the creative freedom that usually Celtic have. You've seen them trying to use it, but it gets difficult, and that's where the frustration comes out and you just start firing shots from anywhere. I remember Hayes took a shot, went out for a throw-in. Armstrong was taking shots at points that were unnecessary. So, you know, you can't blame them. But I think we'll go to Parkhead now, we'll get a comfortable result, and we'll go through to the next round, which is hopefully going to be against Dundalk. But we'll see. I would rather Dundalk than Rosenborg. Mostly for the fact that I could potentially go to the Dundalk game. But overall today, strong performance. Had to deal with a lot of, you know, the problems off the pitch with such, you know, the fans not being allowed in. Eventually we got a section of fans rallied together to be allowed into the game, which was nice to see. But, you know, the problems is throwing shit onto the park, and that's not what you want to see. It's not needed. Really, at the end of the day, we got the win and get up them, I suppose. That's what matters. What I'd say is, I think that it's what the thing to end off on is just how bad the referee's performance was. I think that's the main takeaway from this game. It just frustrates me. It frustrates me that you can actually get a referee that's worse than Craig Thompson. And I think that's usually rare to find. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this match review, not much to review. As I said, we were the dominant team. Not much else to, you know, critique individually or critique specifically. There's not much to go into, but we got the result we needed. So hopefully that means we are through to the third round of the qualifiers. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So till then, see you all next time.